Okay, today we're going to talk about mashed potatoes. Now I know a lot of people are saying mashed potatoes, that's so easy, it's so simple, but it's really easy to mess it up. And I'm going to tell you a couple of tricks to make sure that you have perfect mashed potatoes every time. The first thing that you do is obviously you're going to use a good potato to do this. Now a lot of people like the red rose potatoes and the Yukon yellows and what have you. I like standard russets. I think they fluff up better and they make a nicer potato. The thing that you have to watch about potatoes is the starch development. If you develop too much starch in the potato, what happens is they become gluey and glutinous and they stretch and they're gummy and they're just nasty. It's like wallpaper paste. Why bother? So what you need to do is first of all, go ahead and peel and quarter your potatoes. You can have a child do this. I consider this to be a wonderful project for a child. And then you rinse your potatoes really well. Let them sit in cold water, rinse again, and put in another batch of cold water and stick them on the stovetop to boil. Once your potatoes have boiled, and like this is what I have right now, I have all boiled mashed potatoes ready to go. You heat your milk and your butter together, and you just add a little bit at a time. And then a strong teenage boy can do this for you too, or a girl, but you just use a potato masher. Another mistake people use is that they take their electric mixers and start going it. That again will overdevelop the starch, and then you've got that long kind of cafeteria-like mashed potatoes, which are disgusting. Another protein tip, or rather a nutrition tip, you can rocket up the nutrition in these if you do half regular potatoes and half sweet potatoes. So that's just another trick. And obviously you salt and pepper as you go. I like to do just a little bit at a time and then put the salt and pepper on the table, because too much salt and pepper and you've got these potatoes that are absorbing all of that, especially the salt, and before you know it, you've got yourself a sodium nightmare in a mashed potato. So it's better to do a little bit while you're preparing them and then just put the salt on the table so everybody can salt and pepper them as they like. One other tip, to make sure that you're lumpless, make sure you cook them enough, but don't overcook them. So fork tender is the rule, fork tender. So as they're cooking, stick a fork in it. If it starts to fall apart, then you know you're good. If you've got this big soupy pot, you'll even see the starch develop on it and it gets kind of a skin over the top, you've overcooked your potatoes. So just a little bit more, and it's good for your, it's a good workout too, by the way. Okay, just sort of fold it over. And just remember, what you need to remember with mashed potatoes is don't overdo it. Over stirring will develop that starch. You want a nice fluffy product. And that's how you get good mashed potatoes.